I'm gonna be pretending to be homeless in Roblox Build a Boat. As you guys can see, my Roblox avatar right now is just a completely different person. This doesn't even look like Dash anymore. This is like Dash if everything went wrong. I look homeless. I don't even have purple hair anymore. Anyways, I've also got this horrible looking raft over here, and I'm gonna be doing all of this to test if my friends are gonna be nice to a random homeless guy or not. My friends are actually right over there on this other plot. I kind of just joined into their private lobby. So in order to begin this experiment, let me hop into my little poopy raft and let's hit launch. I'm just gonna make my way over to my friend's plot and let's see how they treat the homeless guy. Moment of truth. All right, I'm pulling in. Looks like they've got a pretty nice looking boat over there.
All right, I think this should be good to launch. Yo, who is on our plot?
What is this guy doing over here?
Hey, I'm poor. I don't have any blocks. They can't hear me right now. I'm muted, but I'm just gonna walk up to them. Let me just make my way over to their boat. I'm gonna start like trying to get. I'm gonna try to get inside of their boat because I don't have any better boat to stay in.
Dude, this guy smells horrible. What is he doing here?
What?
Ew, bro, this guy stinks. Get off of our plot, bro. You're gonna stank up my boat.
This is no way to treat a homeless person. Hold on a second. Is there any way I can get inside of their boat? If I can just like get in, that'd be so great. Oh, look at that. They've got an extra seat just for me.
Get inside our boat. Hey, get.
Ew, get out.
Yo, did Kid pull out a cannon on the homeless guy?
Get out.
Yo, he just shot me.
Ew, dude, this guy's gross.
Oh my goodness.
Get out of my boat, bro.
Wait. I'll sit in the passenger seat. I just wanna like have a little ride.
Cam, he's sitting in my seat. Get him out.
Get in the big cannon.
Wait. Why is Koko getting inside of the big cannon?
Don't worry, I got him.
Get him out. Take care of him. Take care of him, Cam.
If you don't get out of here, homeless man, I'm gonna have to do something none of us want to do.
Okay. You know what? I think I'm just gonna walk out of here. It seems like they're not being very polite to the homeless guy. This is messed up, man. They're really just kicking the homeless guy off their plot. I'll be back with some revenge.
Stay out.
Yo, they're shooting cannonballs at me.
Is this his boat? That boat looks so poor.
Bro, you know what? I don't even want that boat anymore. I'm resetting and going back to my plot. I'm gonna get back at them. They'll see who the homeless guy truly is. Anyways, now that I'm back on my plot, it is time to get to scheming. I want to go over to their plot and I want to cause a little bit of chaos. Here, first things first, let's go ahead and make a little raft again so that I can swim over to their plot. Except this time, I'm gonna lace the raft with some dynamite. I'm gonna blow up their whole plot. It's gonna be kind of insane. Let me go ahead and just put down a basic engine and then another one of these seats over here so that I can control it. There we go. But this time on our boats, we're gonna go ahead and sneak on a little bit of explosives. Let me just go ahead and grab the dynamite. Oh yes, we've got 3 of this stuff. I'm just gonna put it all down over here with a button, and this should be enough to blow up their entire build. I think this is gonna be some good revenge for kicking the homeless guy off their plot. Not only did they kick me off their plot, they shot me with a cannon. That was messed up. Anyways, let's hop into the boat and launch. Let's see how much progress my friends have made on their boat in the time that I was gone. Oh, wait. I forgot to make the dynamite invisible. I was thinking of doing that, but I think I forgot. Anyways, here we are again. Do they even notice me? Yo, they added a harpoon.
All right, Cam, let's add some extra weapons in case some weirdo like that comes back again.
Yeah, I'm adding some harpoons. What else should we add? Ooh, some wheels.
Oh yeah, harpoons. Ooh!
Yo, what was that?
Wait, what?
Bro, did you blow up our boat? Or wait a second. Yo, it was that smelly guy. Hey, get over here.
Hold on. Only my boat blew up. It didn't even blow up their boat. I think it's because we're on different plots.
Yo! Get this homeless man out of here.
Yo, get out of here, broke boy.
Hey, Koko just called me a broke boy. Okay, that is too far. You know what? Instead of trying to get revenge on them, I'm just going to show them. I'll show them who's the best Build-A-Boat player by beating them in the race. As soon as they launch, I'll pull up with my crazy boat, and I'll just beat them all the way to the end. Now, while I might look like a homeless guy from the outside, I've actually got a lot of crazy stuff on this account. I've got like every single block in the game, which means that I can build some crazy things. So here, we should probably get to building a crazy boat so that I can just totally destroy them once they hit launch. I'm thinking for the boat itself, we can build it probably out of this titanium stuff over here. Titanium is like one of the best blocks in the entire game. I think its strength is like really high, which means that it's not gonna break whenever it hits obstacles and stuff. So here, let's just have a ton of titanium. In fact, we can make this thing really thick so that it's super duper strong. There we go. Nice thick titanium slab. This is looking great. They're probably not gonna expect a random homeless guy to have all this. All right, next thing we gotta do is start adding some walls onto here. I'm thinking, I don't even know what I'm going for, honestly. We can make this thing look like a giant bunker that's just flying. It's gonna be the most protective, best vehicle ever in Build-A-Boat. Anyways, we need to go ahead and add our walls over here on each side. There we go. This is looking pretty good. And wait a second. Hold on. This gives me an idea. What if we turn this boat thing that we're building into a whole aircraft hangar? We can have like a big boat that floats on the water, and then on top of it, we can have giant planes that we can actually fly. You know what? I kind of like that idea. Let's just go ahead and we can get rid of this stuff. We can make a giant platform out of titanium. There we go. This looks pretty good. This could be like the runway for the aircraft hangar. This is actually crazy. From homeless to aircraft hangar. Let's paint the entire thing black, just like that. And then I'm thinking we should also add some nice white lines in the middle of the runway, just to make it look more like an actual runway. So there we go. We can just get some really thin blocks over there in order to make lines. And then let's go ahead and paint these lines white. Boom, look at that. This looks sick. This actually just looks like a road. And then finally, we need to go ahead and clone these little thingies all the way out so that it makes like a dotted line. There we go. This is starting to look great. This is actually going to shock my friends as soon as they see this. There we go. We got the last few runway lines. Now it's time to build the airplane on the aircraft hangar. This isn't really like an aircraft hangar, actually. This is more just like a floating runway. It's not really full aircraft carrier. Now for the plane. I'm thinking for the plane, honestly, we're going to be flying in the air. We're not even going to hit that many obstacles. Let's just build it out of plastic. We can start off with the landing gear. We need to start off with like what is it? The wheels and stuff. The part that actually touches the ground. So here, I'm thinking we could just put down 2 wheels like this in the back. Or wait, no. Hold on. We should put down like motorized wheels in the back. We can put down some motorized wheels in the back so that we can actually push the thing forward. And then we can put down some non-motorized wheels in the front. I think these right here are motorized wheels. I don't know why they look like that, but I'm pretty sure this will work. All right, next thing that we're going to need for the airplane is the actual body of the plane. We're going to need like the main thing that we're going to sit inside of. Thinking for that, we can just build it out of some plastic, because plastic, it's literally just a solid color, which means that we can paint it whatever color we want. Look at this. We can just paint it any solid color. It's going to be great. All right, I've never really built a plane that's supposed to look like an actual like fighter jet before, so this is going to be kind of an interesting experience. This might look like absolute poop, but hey, it's going to be cool. What it lacks in looks, it'll make up for in functionality. It's going to be sick. Okay, how are we going to do this? This kind of just looks like a car right now, I'm not going to lie. It's not bad. It's just, you know, it's a thing that exists. Okay, hold on a second. I think we kind of messed up this wheel back here. I think we need to move this wheel a little bit closer in. There we go. That looks good. I wonder what my friends are up to with their boat over there. What are they building?
All right, Cam, I'm about to finish the sunroof. This is going to be sick.
Yeah, we can even put some weapons up there too.
Yep, just in case that weird smelly dude comes back.
But they're really building defenses just in case I come back. That is messed up. That's how you know they've gone too far. Okay. I gotta work on this fighter jet here. Wait a second. I just realized the whole thing is uneven. Look at this. There's more room on this side than there is on this side. What have I done wrong? You know what? Hold on. We need to center this. Is it centered now? Yeah, this looks pretty centered to me. All right, cool. Here, now let's start extending these blocks over here. There we go. Making it have a nice pointed tip at the end. And now I think the next thing that we need to do is build a wall. Wait, for the wall, we should build it entirely out of glass. I think that could be kind of sick. Let's see. What type of glass have I got here? Ooh, okay, we can use this glass over here. We can make the glass really, really thin so that we have a lot of room on the inside. And oh, this is actually gonna look so cool. This is gonna look more like a race car than a plane. I'm not even gonna lie. There we go. Let's raise up this window. Yeah, this is going to be more like a race car than a plane. I'm calling it. There we go. This is starting to look pretty cool. I don't even know what this is, but it's going to be cool and it's going to fly. So yeah. Okay, this is looking pretty good. The thing with the glass is we're only going to have to build it once. And then once we're done building it, we can just copy it over to the other side. All right, let's make sure this glass is like in the perfect position. Nice. This is looking sick. We should color the glass too. Maybe we can give it like a cool purple tint. Anyways, I think we are done with this side of the glass. Now we just got to go ahead and select this entire thing and then hits the flip button. Or wait, no, the mirror button. And then mirror it on this side and boom, look at that. It's mirrored on the wrong side. Okay, hold on a second. It's mirrored one block too much out. Undo. I need to delete all of this. I think I know what I did wrong. I think this thingy over here needs to be halfway. Yeah, like that. There we go. Okay, this should work like perfectly. This thing, I need to move it a little bit out this way so it's like fully centered. And okay, I think that'll do the trick. Now let me select this entire thing again with all the glass and then mirror it on this side and boom, there we go. Look at that. We got the cockpit. Well, this isn't really a plane anymore. I don't really know what this is supposed to be, but this is pretty sick either way. All right, the next thing we should add on here in order to make it look super nice and luxurious is a door. Because what type of vehicle is not going to have a door? You know what? I bet my friend's vehicle does not have a door. This is going to make my vehicle so much better. There we go. We've got a door. Let's go ahead and color everything also. I think we should just make everything a nice dark purple. Yeah, look at that. Dark purple looks kind of sick. How does dark purple look on the glass? You know what? It's not bad. It's like a nice tinted glass. Ooh, yo, we can even make the wheels dark purple. What? This looks sick. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of plastic over here on the sides in order to cover up the door. There we go. Wait, I'm not gonna lie. I think we might need to raise the glass. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to raise the glass. It doesn't even reach the door right now. All right, let's just go ahead and raise this all up. We should have done this before, placing all the glass, I'm not gonna lie, but this is fine. All right, there we go. This is starting to look pretty nice. This looks more like a race car than a plane for sure. But hold on, we haven't added the wings yet. I'll still add the wings. Maybe that'll turn it around. Here we go. Oh, yes, this is going to be great. As soon as my friends see this, as soon as they see the homeless guy driving this bad boy, they're going to be shocked. Anyways, the next thing that we're going to need to do is add a roof on this thing. I'm thinking for the roof, we can just build that out of some plastic blocks too. We can just have some really, really thin plastic going along the entire boat. There we go. Yo, this actually looks like a car. What? This is actually so sick. This doesn't even look like a plane anymore. This is actually a car. Okay, hold on. I don't even know if I want to add wings anymore. This is looking pretty cool as it is. Let's go ahead and clone this roof over here, over on this side, so that we can go ahead and fill in these little holes. Oh, yeah. This is looking sick. This kind of looks like one of those, like, F1 dragster cars. You know, the cars that have, like, the really big... They have, like, a big back, and then they have, like, one wheel. Oh, no, they have two wheels. That's, like, really pointy. They have like two wheels in the front, but the front is like really thin. This looks like one of those cars. There we go. Let's go ahead and just finish up the roof on this side. And now it's time to give this thing a whole new paint job. There we go. Look at this. The purple mobile. This is looking great. Now we got to add the wheels in the front. For the wheels in the front, I guess we can use these motorized wheels again. We can put motorized wheels in the front and back. It's all-wheel drive, baby. Let's go. Look at that. This is looking so great. Okay, next up, we're going to need to work on the internals a little bit. Right now, we've got the wheels, we've got the glass, but we still don't have any way to control this thing at all. Here's what I'm thinking we do. I'm pretty sure in order to control these normal wheels, these like spinny wheels, we need to use one of these seats over here. These are the seats for controlling wheels. But then if we want to control the jet engine, we're going to need to use one of these chairs over here. I guess I'll go ahead and color code these chairs. This will be the jet engine chair. Actually, let me make it something that stands out. We'll do green. Oh, wait, no, I should do a bright green. Green will be the jet engine chair, and then blue will be the wheelchair. All right, this should work. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Is this hooked up to all of the wheels? Wait, I don't think this chair is hooked up to the wheels. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Okay, we need to set the forward input, the backward input. Oh, bro, I think we have to do this with all the wheels. Oh, wait, never mind. We only have to do forward and backwards. We don't have to do left and right. I think we only have to set the left and right input for the front wheels because those are the only ones that are going to turn left and right. That would make a lot of sense. Okay, hold on. Let me try this. Linking up the chair to the wheels. There we go. Look at that. It's going to ask for the right input. Right, forward will be W, left will be A. This is actually like the most advanced build in Build-A-Boat that I've done. This is gonna be nuts. Actually, I think I've built some crazier stuff before, but this is up there. This is pretty cool. All right, let's set the right input. Let's set the forward input. Oh, look at that. You can actually see the wheels moving as I do this. This is so sick. And then the backwards input. Look at that. Look at that. The wheels are actually spinning. The wheels on the bus are indeed going round and round. Oh, this is beautiful. Now we need to add the jet engine though, because this thing is not gonna be done until we can fly. So let's go ahead and pull out some of those purple jet engines from earlier. And hold on, should we add wings to this thing? You know what? Let's try it. We only have to build one wing, and then we can just clone it onto the other side. I'm thinking for the wings, let's make them kind of thin like that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Can make it thin. We can have it go out kind of long like this. And then let's go ahead and clone this wing over here. We got to make the wing look like it's getting smaller as it goes more forward, so it looks like an actual wing. All right. I think this is looking pretty good so far. At the end, once we're done, we can even tilt the wings so that they're looking more realistic. All right, this is looking pretty nice. Cannot wait to color all of this. Wait, hold on. Is this how wings are supposed to look? Bruh, I think these wings are backwards. I think the long part is supposed to be on the front. Bruh. Okay, hold on. I completely messed up how wings look. It's fine. We can fix this pretty easily. There we go. Look at that. That looks like there we go. Look at that. That's looking much better. All right, that looks pretty accurate. That looks like a real wing. Here's what I'm thinking next though. Let's go ahead and select it all, and then we need to rotate it a little bit. Look. I think I've got it all selected right now. Why is my selection thing so big? Let me try selecting it all manually. There we go. Now I've got it all selected. Let's go ahead and rotate everything a little bit. We can rotate everything everything a little bit this way like that. Wait, is that the way that we're supposed to rotate it if we want to go up? I think we're supposed to rotate it this way, actually. Wait, I don't know how wings work. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot. We can leave them flat. I think flat just looks good. All right, there we go. The wings are flat. This works with me. Let's go ahead and give the wings our nice signature purple color again. And now we just gotta copy these over to the other side. Let me select all of these, clone them over to this side, and then we gotta rotate them so that they're flipped. There we go, just like that. Wait a second, that's not flipped. I think we need to pull out the mirror tool again. Let's mirror it onto this side, and then select all of this. And then rotate this 180 degrees. There we go. All right, nice. Now the wing is mirrored. Let's go ahead and move this onto the plane or the car. I don't even know what to call this thing. There we go. And all right, that's looking pretty sick. Now it is time for the jet engines. Let me go ahead and pull out the big purple juicers again. Where are they? There they are. I'm thinking we could put the jet engines right underneath the wings, just like a realistic airplane would. This is actually going to be so cool looking. There we go. We got one engine over there. Let's put another engine over here on this side. Oh, yeah. That just looks majestic. This thing looks like a... I don't even know how to describe this. This thing just looks so sick. No! Wait a second. I just deleted the runway. Bruh. Okay, that's easy to fix, though. The runway was literally just a solid slab of titanium, so that's going to be really easy to fix. Let's put the titanium down over there. I think we need to make it a little bit thin so that it's, you know, not covering up this white stuff. There we go. That looks pretty good. Let's make the runway long. Let's make it big. And finally, we need to paint it black again. Boom. There we go. We got the runway again. And now our vehicle over here is pretty much good to go. It's looking pretty good, but I want to get revenge on my friends still. We got to add some weapons onto this thing. Now here, for the weapons, I don't want to attach a harpoon. I don't want to attach a minigun. I don't want to attach any of that basic stuff. I want to attach a bomb dropper. Yep. I want to be able to drop bombs over my friend's boat because that's what they get for messing with this homeless guy. In order to do that, we're going to need to move this entire contraption up a little bit. So let me just select all of this, make sure it's all selected, and then move it up a little bit. Oh, there we go. It looks like it worked successfully. And now we got to go on the underside of our vehicle over here. Hold on. How are we going to do this? We don't really have much room to add a bomb dropper. Oh, wait, actually, hold on a second. We can just like clear a little channel in the middle over here. And boom, there we go. Now we got room. Oh, this is so, I'm actually such a genius. You know, I knew I was going to do this the whole time. This was like a design idea I had the entire time. Definitely. Okay, this is looking great. So now we've got a little channel in here. I don't really like how it's open on this side, so I think we should close that up. Let's get some more blocks. Let's put some blocks over here, and let's just close this area up a little bit. There we go. Let's make these blocks a little bit bigger so that they fully close up this area. I think I need to make them a bit thinner too. Just like that. Okay. Nice. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and color it all our nice purple color. And now that we've got a little bit of room down here, it is time to add the bomb dropper. Now for the bomb dropper mechanism, I've actually got a very, very specific idea in mind. Pretty much in this game, you can put down glue blocks and then you can also hook up these glue blocks to buttons. So look, if I grab a button and then hook it up to the glue block like this. Wait, hold on. Why is it not connecting? Here, let me just pull out my wrench tool to make sure they're connected. Okay, there we go. Look, if you connect the button to a glue block, whenever you press the button, it'll delete the glue block. And we can use this inside of our plane. And we can attach a dynamite to the glue block to make it so that whenever we press the button, the dynamite gets dropped. In order to do this, we're going to need to put down some glue blocks, obviously. So let's put one down here in the back. We can put one in the middle, and then we can also put one in the front for all three of our dynamites. Next, let's go ahead and grab the dynamite. And oh, this is actually going to look so cool. Let's attach the dynamite onto the glue. There we go, just like that. Let's see, is it attached? I got to make sure that it is 100% attached. I do not want it to fall out by accident. Looks pretty good to me. The only problem is the dynamite, it goes lower than our wheel. So once we drop, the dynamite is going to be touching the ground, not the wheels. We're going to need to fix that a little bit. I'm thinking we can just move the wheels a little bit down. Let's just select up all of these wheels over here. And then we got to move them down. Let's see. How far down can we move them until it stops working? I think we can move it lower than that. There we go. This looks a little janky, but it'll get the job done. You know what? Hold on. Let's just bring it all the way down here. And then what we can do is just get some reinforcement over here to connect the wheels to the body of the thing. Look at that. There we go. That looks great. Just a couple of little reinforcing pieces of plastic, you know. It's not like plastic is really brittle. This will go just fine. All right, that's looking like it'll work, I think. Now, the last thing we gotta do is put some buttons inside of the plane in order to activate the glue. Let me just go ahead and, I gotta parkour inside of my little vehicle here. Come on, come on. I'm almost inside. Bro, you know what? I'm just gonna add stairs. There we go, that works much better. Now, we just gotta add 3 buttons in here to activate all of this stuff. And in fact, let's add the buttons on the outside, because when I'm actually flying this thing, it's gonna be way easier to press buttons that are up here on the roof. We're gonna have 1 button there, another button over here, and then another button over here, and we gotta make sure that these buttons are connected to the correct thing. Wait a second, we're also gonna need to connect a button to the dynamites themselves in order to blow them up. The dynamite, they don't just blow up whenever they hit something. Well, sometimes they do, but we actually need to hook up a button to the dynamites to make sure that they blow up too. Okay, there we go. We've got buttons hooked up to all of the glue. I'm thinking for the dynamite buttons, we can just have another button on the top over here and just hook these up to the dynamites that, you know, that the glue is going to drop. So there we go. That button's assigned to that dynamite. This button will be assigned to the middle dynamite. And then this button will be assigned to this dynamite. And just for some extra color coding, let's go ahead and make the dropper button green and then the explode button red. So now if I press the green button, it'll drop the dynamite. And if I press the red button, it'll explode the dynamite. This is actually so sick. All right, well, I think we're pretty much good to go. I think this vehicle should be working. I don't see any problems. I don't see anywhere where this could go wrong. Now we just gotta wait for my friends to launch their boat, and then it's time for me to launch mine.
All right, there we go. I think our boat should be done.
Yeah, all right. I'm ready to launch. Are you?
I think my friends are about to launch their boat. Let's see. Looks like they launched.
I'm launched. Here we go.
Okay. It's time for me as the homeless guy to hop into my whip. Let me just go ahead and get into the chair that controls the wheels, and let's hit the launch button. And oh yeah, this is so sick. Look at this. I can steer around. This is awesome.
Do you see that boat?
Who is this? It's not even a boat. That's like a plane. And why do they have a runaway following them?
It looks like my friends also put some wheels on their boat, but my wheels are better.
Yo, hold on. It's got like a whole runway and everything. And wait, look who's in there. It's the homeless man. He stole this.
Stole this?
Hold on. This reek is familiar. It is the homeless guy. It smells like poo.
Yo, what? Okay, they really think I stole this boat? No, I built this
I'm
boat.
gonna ram into him for stealing his boat.
Hey, what? Get off my runway. Get off my runway. You know what? They're starting to run into me.
Somebody call 911, bro. This guy's like stealing all these objects.
I think it's time for me to take off. Let's go. Wait a second. Oh no, I forgot something.
What is happening? Where's he going?
I need to get into the other chair so that I can actually control this. No, I need to turn off the jet engine. I gotta turn off the jet engine. Come on. This jet engine is so fast. You know what? I'm just gonna try to do this. Let me hop out of this chair, and I need to get into the green chair so that I can control the jets. Come on, let me in the green chair already. This is so hard. This is actually, wait a second. Hold on. If I go first person, it makes it a lot easier. Actually, no, it doesn't. Oh, come on. Let me just turn off the jet engine. I'm so close. Just turn it off already. Come on. Yes, I turned it off. Finally. All right, now let's hop into the green chair.
They just crashed.
They think I crashed, but little do they know, I've now got full control of the whip. All right, I'm just gonna turn on the engine, but now I can actually steer. This thing is so fast. What the heck?
It's actually flying away now.
Whee! Oh yeah.
Stop it. Shoot it with the cannon.
I forgot to add ammo.
Hold on. I didn't think the jet engine was gonna go this fast, but I think it's time we drop the bombs. Wait, since I only have a jet engine on one side of the thing too, it's kind of hard to steer. This is actually like really hard to steer. What the heck? Okay. Let me just pull up to my friends. Let's drop the bombs, and then no, I didn't hit the button. I need to pull up above them, and then I need to hit one of the buttons to drop the bombs. This thing is so hard to steer. This thing is actually, I don't know why I decided to put jet engines on each side. I should have just put one jet engine in the middle. Look at how fast I'm going though. This is nuts. Oh yeah. Let me just pull up over to my friends. I think they're right over here. They just made it past the first little checkpoint. And all right. Bombs away. I hit the wrong button. I hit the explode button before I dropped the bomb. You know what? This is fine. Let me just go here. I don't think my friends saw that. Since I saved the boat, I can just go ahead and load it up again. But we gotta make some adjustments before we launch again. Let me delete these old purple engines, and we need to add these slower, easier to control, the red engines. We need to add these engines. These ones are a lot easier to control. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of went with the purple ones because they looked cool, but I didn't know they were gonna be that crazy. All right, let's hop back into the whip, and I'm hopping in the green seat this time, and let's go ahead and hit launch. All right, there we go. It looks like everything is working fine. Let's turn on one of the engines, and there we go. Now we're actually going. Okay, we are going. I'm not gonna lie, I made the same mistake of putting the engines on each side and not one like just in the middle. Okay, hold on. This is bad. This is pretty pretty rough. I actually need to use a runway. I actually need to like use what I built. All right, let's turn on both the engines and there we go. Now we're like an actual plane. Now I can actually control this thing a lot easier. Phew, there we go. All right, let's go over to my friends now that we've got some easier to control engines. It's still a little bit hard because there's engines on both sides, not just one engine in the middle, but there they are. I see my targets. Let me just pull up and then I need to drop the bombs on them.
All right, Cam, let's keep on going. I think that homeless guy like crashed his plane or something.
Yeah, he probably crashed it because he didn't know how to drive it. And oh no, we're on one more wheel.
Keep on going. We're gonna be fine.
This should teach him a lesson about messing with the homeless guy. Let me just get into this little plot that they're at. And all right, first things first, we gotta hit the green button because that's the one to drop the bomb. Let's hit the middle green button over there. Wait, oh, I dropped one. I dropped one. I think it blew up on them though.
Yo, the plane is back. He's trying to bomb it. He's a missile.
Uh-oh. We've had a little bit of technical difficulties, but let me pull up. Oh, hold on a second. We lost the wings, but we've still got the other chair. Do I really want to try getting inside of it right now, though? Oh, I do. Yes. Okay, excellent. Here we are. You know what? I'm just going to pull up to them and just blow everything up. I'm just going to blow up all of us. Dropping the bombs did not go as planned. Let me just pull up and... All right, let me just get in front of them. Boom!
What just happened?
Oh my goodness. What the heck just happened? I've never seen a bomb explode that big in this game.
Yo, what is going on? What was that?
What is happening?
I think we just destroyed their boat. Oh my goodness. That was nuts.
Bro, Cam, I think it was that homeless freak. We gotta go get him. As soon as we get down, I'm gonna go bomb his plot.
Dude, we're still flying away.
When are we gonna land?
I think I just broke everyone's game. You know what? I think now would be a good time to admit that I was the homeless guy. Let me go ahead and unmute my mic on the call. Hey guys.
Dash, don't play build a boat. There's a homeless guy who was like cheating with the bomb boat.
What?
Yeah, he's invading Build-A-Boat lobbies and he's like blowing people up with a bomb boat.
He smells like poo, bro. He smells terrible.
Well, you guys want to know something funny?
Don't even. Are you kidding me?
The homeless guy was me.
How'd you become homeless? What happened?
Well, you know, I wanted to do a little social experiment, see how people would treat the homeless, and you guys called me a poop head or something. I don't know what you guys said, but it was some pretty absurd stuff.
We didn't, bro. We were so inviting and welcoming.
You guys were not inviting and welcoming.
I literally made a special dinner for you.
I think I broke this lobby. This is insane.
Yeah, bro, you literally blew up my favorite boat. I'm never playing again.
That was pretty crazy, and if you want to watch the next video, then click on the video on the screen right now.